today I thought we would do some explorations with the shoulder and thoracic spine, so to speak, and we'll see how that goes. So start out on your backs as you are, and just take a few moments to check in with the length of your legs and how they contact the floor. And the weight of your hips. How much of your back is touching. And how have you placed your arms? Where do you rest on the arms? And where you rest on your head. And take a few moments to maybe study a little more deeply the area of your spine. How it feels on either side of it. And what is your sense of the area that's in between the shoulder blades? The part of your spine that the ribs connect into, up there. And just to maybe wake that area up a little bit, can you just pull your right shoulder forward towards the ceiling a few times? So it's towards the ceiling, and it might go a little bit to the left. So you bring a little bit more weight onto the upper back on the left side when you lift the right shoulder. And maybe the head. Maybe the head is involved in some way. Does the head roll? Does it tilt? What happens to the neck as you create that change in the shoulder blade? The shoulder. You can study the hips. Do the hips change their disposition when you lift the shoulder? Oh, how far down do you feel the movement travel? Nice, and look and see and feel how much it improves, gets easier as you continue to do it. Okay, and then pause. And do the same with the other shoulder. So how is this shoulder? How might it be different? Do the other places in you respond differently on this side? Okay, and then pause, rest that. And then stand up both your feet, bend your knees, stand up your feet a comfortable distance apart, and alternate in a very fluid way, lifting one shoulder, and as you lower it down, you can lift the other shoulder so that it becomes almost like a rocking movement. You can rock yourself side to side using shoulder. Oh, oh really? Okay. You want to go out? Okay. And if your head is rolling with the movement, as it might be, try turning your head in the opposite direction. And if your head was already going in the opposite direction all by itself, then try having it roll the way it was not. Too cold, huh? Oh, you're not supposed to come in, Blackie. Okay, and notice how more and more of your body starts to join in on the party. Okay, excellent. Take a rest. It looks like you could do that all morning, which is good. It means it's well organized. And now come onto your bellies. Come onto your bellies. And have your, let's have the right hand standing and the face turned to the right and the left arm down by the side with the back of the left hand on the floor. And begin to bend your right knee out to the side and draw it towards you. Just a little bit, and then go back. And keep doing that movement at your own timing, resting when you need to. Unless the cat is completely in the way.
Tragic case of cat dependency. Where's the 12-step program?
For cat dependence. Hello, my name is Stephanie. I'm dependent on cats.
Sheila will join the crowd.
Powerless over kitties.
Yeah, I have one who's very annoyingly dependent.
So unless you're being molested by a kitty, as you continue to draw your right knee, let's take a pause. Let's see if your neck's a little more comfortable. Okay, with your right hand standing and your left arm down below. Again, begin to just bend the right knee out to the side, slowly, several times, finding the easiest path and with the most ease. So, how do you organize yourself to draw the right knee out to the side? And what happens in the right shoulder? What happens in the hip joint? When does the pelvis start to turn? And what happens with the lower back? And keep searching for ways to make it even simpler and easier. Having the blanket drag with you is a brilliant strategy. It makes it so much easier to slip. If your blanket is dragging, that's great. Okay, let's rest on the back.
Rest on your back.
And lift your right shoulder a few times towards the ceiling. Anything new or different there? Any other responses, new or different? And then same with the left. Anything change on the other side? Okay. Stand up your feet again and interlace your fingers and place the feet comfortable distance apart and bring your hands behind your head. And with the help of your elbow, or with the help of your arms, bring your elbows closer together as you lift the head to look between the knees. So that's the direction. That's the intention, is to look forward between the knees. And you can see if you look out the window that it is snowing. Quite nicely. Okay, and the next time you bring your head down, unless you have a cat in the way, open your elbows out to the sides and begin to drag your head to the right and to the left by bringing your right elbow down towards your right hip and then your left elbow down towards your left hip and sort of steering with your elbows. Now, what happens with your pelvis? What might be happening with your pelvis, your waist? We're folding the spine side to side. And what happens in the nether regions? What's the invitation? And pause for a moment and re-interlace your fingers back there in the non-habitual way. And then continue to drag your head a little to the right and a little to the left, maybe a little less than before, so you're not going to the maximum of what you can do, but just maybe a little less so you can listen a little more. And what do the elbows do? Does one elbow come away from the floor as you go right or left? Does one elbow go closer to the floor? Not saying it should, just paying attention to might that be happening for you? And what if, as you folded yourself to the right and the right elbow goes towards the right hip, the left elbow came a bit away from the floor a bit, just a bit, maybe a bit in the direction of the ceiling, and vice versa. So but you're still dragging the head side to side unless there's a cat interfering. Okay, some nice rib action starting to come in there. Okay, take a rest. And then can you bend your knees and open them so that the soles of the feet are more or less together, whatever's comfortable for your hip joint situation. So maybe the soles of the feet won't be exactly together, but you're lying more or less like a frog. And you can control how far the knees open. And then like this, keeping your feet stuck together, can you drag them to the right and to the left? Move the feet over to the right and move them over to the left. And what happens with the rest of you? How do you mobilize the feet? From where? What's doing the work? Oh, I almost brought my camera today. This is great. And the cat has a moving target. Life is about moving targets for cats.
Big playground. Playground and nap zone with short trips to the food dish.
Sounds like a good retreat. It's Feldenkrais retreat. That was kind of the Feldenkrais training. Moving around on the mat. As soon as there was a break, everyone ran to the food table. Okay, lengthen down your legs and rest. And what a food table it was.
Really?
Oh my goodness, we had sushi and we had fresh fruit and we had cheese every day. It was unbelievable. One of the trainers, a visiting trainer, commented, he's like, "What's up with the food table, you guys?" We're like, "We're foodies." Bring the soles of your feet together again and interlace your fingers and bring your hands behind your head. And just letting your legs and feet more or less rest like this, again begin to drag your head to the right and to the left. And listen to your knees. So does one knee go closer to the floor? Does one knee come away from the floor? What about the elbows? Listen to the relationship of the elbows and the knees. The right elbow and the right knee. The left elbow and the left knee. The right elbow and the left knee. Left elbow and the right knee. You pay attention to different relationships. Does it change the movement? Interlace your fingers the non-habitual way. And drag your feet side to side. And what happens with the upper body? This is really the salamander lesson. Okay, let's release that. Oh, poor oh, it's Mr. Fluffy. Yes, you can come in, sweet pea. It's crying, it's snowing. Yeah, it's snowing, I know. What's the Easter Bunny gonna do, huh? Snowing. And lift your right shoulder towards the ceiling and your left shoulder and alternate. How does that feel now? Anything new or improved? And what does the head want to do? And come again onto your belly. And stand your right hand again. Did we do the left knee on the belly? No, we didn't. Okay, stand your left hand. And have your right arm down by your side and turn your face to the left to face in the direction of your left hand. You can never tell with the hair what direction people's faces are facing. And draw your left knee out to the side and begin to drag it towards you in the easiest way. And listen to everything, but in particular, listen to your neck. What happens with the neck? And the next time you draw your knee out to the side and towards you, could you look down to watch it with your eyes and with your face? So and listen to the neck. Listen to the neck as the knee draws out to the side and the cat attacks the blanket. You're watching the knee come towards the face through the gap of the arm. And see if you can connect those movements, like the neck bends and the knee bends. The knee bends the neck. The knee can bend the neck. And which part of your face is oriented towards your knee? Is it your nose, your chin, your forehead? Play around with different options for, say, if you were to make contact. Mr. Fluffy, don't pull her hair. These cats are out of control today. if the nose bends the knee or the forehead goes towards the knee, which one, or the chin goes towards the knee, which one is more conducive to having a rounded neck and perhaps a rounded spine, a spine that could round backwards. Unless the cat is lying on your hair, won't allow you to move your head. Okay, come onto your backs and take a rest. If you can. And lift one shoulder towards the ceiling and then the other. Listen to the neck and the head. As the weight shifts onto one side, are you noticing any different places contacting the floor? Looks like the ribs are softening up a lot. Okay, come onto your belly again. And have your hands on the floor, the palms on the floor, with the right hand above the left hand, but not on top of it. So let's see how to describe this. Yeah, have your hands, your elbows out to the side, and put your left cheek on the back of your left hand. Put your left cheek on the back of your left hand. And then place your right hand above the left hand, but not on top of it. Okay, so the elbows are out to the side. The palms are uneven. There you go. And begin to experiment with dragging the back of your head towards your left elbow, the crook of your left elbow. Like somebody grabbed hold of your hair and starts like, so you're going to kind of wipe along your cheek there and bring the back of the head towards, in the direction of, does not have to touch, direction of the crook of the left elbow. And what happens with the back? And the right hand stays where it is, so that right hand does not slide on the floor. That both hands are stationary, and you're mobilizing your spine, your back, in order to take your head over to the left. And what happens? What happens with the armpits?
Are we moving the left hand or?
No. The hands are stationary on the floor.
Okay.
The elbows are stationary on the floor. They're sort of a frame there. That's our frame. And then you're just drawing your face along the back of the left hand. And you may feel your head turning for comfort, turning a bit towards the nose. You don't have to keep the face, directly turned to the right. So do what's comfortable. Just sort of wipe along your forearm there. And then go the other direction. Bring your nose towards the right elbow. Bring your nose towards the right elbow, like you could sort of just tuck your head down there, almost cradle your head in your arms in a way. The head goes over to the right, but also can go a bit down. Okay, come rest on your backs. Interlace your fingers, bring your hands behind your head, and draw your legs up like a frog. Draw your legs up like a frog. Assume the position and fold yourself to the right and to the left. So drag the head over to the right and drag the feet over to the right as well. Think of dragging them towards each other, and what happens with the knees and what happens with the elbows. And then the next time you are folded over there or over there, whichever side, can you stay there? And in a very idle way, just begin to rock your pelvis right and left so that one knee comes closer to the floor and then the other knee comes closer to the floor. So you're folded in half and you're rocking your pelvis and adjusting things for your comfort. You can keep it small. And listen to the whole situation. Okay, and then straighten it all out and come to rest. Stand your feet, comfortable distance apart, interlace your fingers, bring your hands behind your head, and with the help of your arms, lift your head to look in between your knees, looking forward a few times. Feel how you press the back into the floor. Breathe out. And then just slip your fingers and interlink them the non-habitual way and let your knees open out and the soles of your feet come together in a way that's comfortable for you. And fold again, right and left, left and right. So is it mostly the head that's moving for you, or do the feet move too? And then the next time you fold the opposite direction of the way you were folded the last time, find a comfortable place to stay there and begin to rock your pelvis right and left so that your knees staying in their diamond. Tilt one way and then the other. It's like you've got a stick in between the knees. One knee doesn't close, like there's a stick in between the knees and you're rocking with a stick in between the knees. The pelvis is rocking. Good. And follow it through the spine, follow it through the ribs, follow it into the shoulder girdle and the elbows, neck. And straighten it all out, and take a rest. And lift your head and look forward so you can see out the window. Look at the snow. My goodness. And come onto your belly. And have your face turned to the left. On the back of your, let's see, did we do this? And on the back of your left hand with your right hand above. Back of your left hand with your right hand above. So. That was the way you were before, yes?
No, I think we
No?
went the other way.
Oh,
We
I
were
can't.
facing the other way.
Oh, okay. I can't tell because of Sheila's hair. I can't tell which way her nose is. Okay. So anyway, with your face facing the other way. So which way are we facing now? The
They're
right
supposed
cheek
to
is
be
down?
facing to the right.
Yeah.
This is the opposite.
The opposite side? Okay. So the right, your face to the right, which means your left cheek is on the back of your left hand. Yeah, and your right hand is above. No, that's what you did before.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. So
Okay.
let's flip it. So
My head was fixed.
that faces to the left, the right cheek is on the back of the right hand, and the left hand is placed on the floor, somewhat above the right hand. There we go. And now we start to pull the head backwards in the direction of your right elbow, comfortably. So the right hand will stay on the floor.
That's
So it's a more like a wiping of the head, or a wiping of the cheek. That made everybody start turning their head. So keep your face more or less facing to the left as you drag your head along your forearm. So drag your head along your forearm. Notice what's happening. The armpits, shoulders. Can you sense any difference in pressure in the elbows? Then pause. And now let your face migrate towards the crook of your left arm. Hands stay on the floor. And there's a sort of a nice space there for your face. Sort of nestle in your arm there. And so what changes in the structure of the shoulders, the upper back. And then the next time you sort of nuzzle your face there and close to your left arm, and you find a comfortable resting spot, and roll your pelvis in a very idle way to the left and to the right. How does that tug on the head? So if you leave your head where it is as a constraint and roll the pelvis, what do you feel in your spine? And then let your head, just unleash your head and your neck and let your head do what it would like in response to the pelvis rolling. Move your head to the middle and let it roll, or let it move side to side. What does it want to do? Okay, take a rest. And since you're all still on your bellies, turn your face to the right and bring both arms out to the sides with the backs of the hands on the floor. And roll towards your thumbs so that the palms go towards the floor. And then roll back over the thumbs. So have your arms that are they don't have to be right at right angles if that doesn't work for you, but just continue spiraling, rotating along the length of the arm, rolling so that the palms turn up and the palms turn down, and listen to the shoulders and the chest. And then the next time that you roll and the backs of the hands are on the floor, leave your left one and stand your right one close to your face. Stand the right hand close to the face. And now turn your left arm down so that the palm is down. Good. So now both palms are down, and as you push with the right arm, leave the palm down, and as you lower the right shoulder, roll the left hand up. Go towards the thumb. Kind of play with those differentiations there. Yeah. Such an opportunist. The moving hand, I think I'll put my face in it. rest, rest, rest. Turn your face the same direction. Have your left arm out to the side. Stand your right hand.
Oh, still on the right abdomen.
Still on the bellies, unless you're completely controlled by Kitty. And draw your right knee up and out to the side. And what could you do with your left arm out there to the side? Would it stay down? Would it roll up? Yes, nice. So play with different possibilities for spiraling the left arm as you're drawing the right knee towards the gap of the right arm. Angle the arm closer to you. See what that does. And which arrangement of the shoulder girdle is more conducive for the head and neck to agree with the drawing up of the knee? Most comfortably for you. Okay, rest on your bellies. And turn your face to the other direction, to face to the left. And stand your right arm and bring your left arm out to the side. Your other right arm. Yeah. Stand your left arm in front of your face and bring your right arm out to the side behind you. And begin to draw up the knee. Draw the left knee out to the side. And play a bit with the right arm and shoulder situation as you draw the knee towards the face. Just what feels organic and natural and kind of neat. Like, oh, that's new. And look at the upper backs. Wow. Okay, come rest on them. Come rest on your back. Beautiful rolling. You can tell this is the advanced class. The beauty and elegance with which you rolled onto your backs. So check in. What's the X-ray picture? Lift your right shoulder towards the ceiling. And how does that compare to the beginning? The left as well. And then just let's flip over one last time onto the stomach and see if the very beginning of that situation improved. Have your left arm down by your side with palm up and the right hand standing in front of your face, which is facing to the right. And simply draw your knee up and out to the side and towards you, unless there's a cat in the way. And listen to, are you doing anything differently than you did at the beginning? Yes. Wow. Woo. Go to the other side. Reverse the situation. Pause a moment before you get going. And then gradually grow them. Lovely. Lovely. So what new parts of yourself are responding now that were not responding at the beginning of the lesson? Very, very nice. Okay. Rest on your backs and zone out.